Welcome to my classroom organization model. Here is a 360 view of our colorful classroom. This is the entryway. I have cafe for daily 5, our clip chart of the writing process, our 120 counting chart, our behavior chart, how many days we've been in school. This is our calendar and reading corner, and it moves into our classroom library with the stuffed animals for reading buddies. And over in this corner I have the computers I would love to get rid of because they don't get much use. Here's the whiteboard with anchor charts for learning continents and oceans and about our animal reports. In this corner I display art and the Student of the Week posters. And there I have manipulatives and teacher resources. Here's my desk that I never sit at. I have a calendar on there that I write down all the events and responsibilities that I have to keep myself organized. This is not the most organized spot in my classroom, but I have a lot of information posted. I have the agenda that our principal passes out each week, so we are aware of what's going on campus. I have the bus duty schedule and detention and homework hall duty schedule posted. And I also collect artwork that students greet me at the door with almost daily. This is where I store a lot of my resource books, and in those bins that are marked the days of the week, that's where I keep a lot of the activities I have planned for my students. It helps keeping me organized so I know what I'm doing each day, and if I don't finish something one day, I can move it over to the next day to make sure that I know exactly where it is. And below are the manipulative bins that I use for math and other areas, or for free play, exploration. This is where I take attendance every morning, and I have activities planned out for the day laid out so I can just grab easily and have them accessible, while also using the table to pull and work with students individually. In this corner I display student artwork along with our Star Student of the Week, and I have their folder where I keep all their papers that get sent home in their Thursday folders. Here is our champs expectations, and I usually keep track of table points and our learning target for the day. I don't normally change it for every subject, but I try to do it for either a reading strategy or for a math concept. At some point I would love to take those computers out because they don't get much use anymore. Students usually prefer to use the iPads where they can sit and find a quiet spot to work in the classroom versus sitting at a computer. This is my favorite part of my classroom. I love how many books I have for the students to read, and it's just sort of a cozy corner to sit and read a book. And the view, I absolutely love my classroom view. You get to see the fields, there's some nice trees, and it's just very peaceful to me. This is another good spot in my classroom. Every afternoon when we come in from lunch, it's our daily routine to sit and do a read aloud. So I'll sit in that rocking chair and read my class a story before we go over the calendar for the day. This is where I pull small groups, or I can work with students individually. I have drawers with numbers on them, and each student has their own drawer, and I'm able to provide them work that's at their individual level. I also display my different seasonal books on the back, and I normally teach math from back there, and I'm able to project it on that big screen TV for all the kids to see. And here's a different angle. You can see how I have my students grouped. We have big tables and then desks at each end because there's so many students in the classroom. Every single seat is occupied by one of my 28 first graders. So there's not a whole lot of options as far as grouping them, and at times if students don't behave, I'll put them in the single desk and move them, and I tell them they're going off on their own island so they can be removed from sitting with the group and they're able to focus on their own work. Thanks for watching.